Sir. See you, Mr. McCain.
I appreciate the opportunity to address you and the people behind me and explain why I fear this Article 5 convention. A lot of people don't realize this, but at the time of our Declaration of Independence from England, for the next 10 years, we were under a document called the Articles of Confederation. We didn't have a constitution. We were governed through the Articles of Confederation. The convention in 1787 was initially supposed to be a meeting where we were to amend the Articles of Confederation. This brought about the famous quote from Patrick Henry when he said, "I smell a rat." And the reason why he said, "I smell a rat," was because he realized that the plan was not to amend the Articles of Confederation. The plan was to establish a constitution. Now that wound up being a very, very good thing. But if we had not have had men like Patrick Henry who would not support the Constitution unless we had a Bill of Rights, the Constitution never would have taken place. Now, fast forward today to 2015. Most people today have no clue what liberty is or what freedom is. The average person has no clue what the Bill of Rights are. I asked a man one time, he and I disagreed on freedom. We were talking about the Patriot Act, and I said, "Man, that's a complete violation of our Fourth Amendment." And I said, "Well, what is your opinion of the Bill of Rights?" And no lie, he responded, "Well, if it's a bill we owe, we should pay it." Most people, they don't know. And what we are trying to do here with this article, what we're going to wind up doing, I'm afraid, with this Article 5 convention, is we're going to turn our Constitution over to a sect of people who do not think the same way James Madison thought, George Washington thought, Ben Franklin thought, Patrick Henry thought. We're turning it over to a group of people in a society today that has elected President Obama twice. They have no problem with the government spying on them. They have no problem with indefinite detention. They have no problem with government taking their money and giving it to other countries to help them govern their countries. Congress, Article 1, Section 8 limits our Congress to 18 responsibilities. There's no place in there where Congress is authorized to take money from our labor and give it to corporations, give it to foreign countries, or any of that. Most people don't know that. And what is going to wind up happening is the Constitution is going to be, if we allow this to happen, we're not going to be able to control the agenda. And what is going to wind up happening is the Constitution is going to be conformed into how people think today. Not how people thought in 1787. And what is going to happen is we're going to wake up one morning, and instead of having a Bill of Rights, we're going to have a Bill of Government-Granted Privileges. And I don't want that, and I don't believe anybody in here wants that. But I do fear it. I'm not ashamed to tell you, I fear it because I don't trust the people we're turning it over to.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay? Senator Bright mentioned a little bit earlier that the representatives here in South Carolina don't even want to stand up to the federal government. What about the representatives in California and Oregon and Michigan and all over the United States? You think that all of a sudden they're just going to say, "Hey, we're going to assert our sovereignty and our power over the federal government"? That ain't going to happen. There's too much money involved. We just saw the Speaker of the House get elected, and he rewarded people who voted to re-elect him with new office furniture. They sold out for a desk and a lamp. You got to wake up, man. It's not the time to be naive. It's not the time to be naive. There's nothing wrong with the Constitution. The problem is the Constitution, just like any other document, cannot defend itself. We have to defend it. Representatives who took the oath have to actually defend the Constitution. People like me, I'm a retired soldier. I took that oath. And I frankly don't believe my oath expired. I will stand up and I will defend the Constitution. That's what I expect Senator Massey to do, Senator Bright to do, and everybody else that's in this system up here. And when you fail to stand between us and the federal government, when the federal government is violating our rights, then you're at fault. You're at fault.
Mr. McCain, your time, I mean, we're at the 5-minute mark, so
Thank you.
I know you're on a roll there. I apologize.